In this video, we're going to be looking at this offer, the Ring of Fire Shang-Chi. Is it worth your gold? It's really important to know when to spend this. How's it going to rank up for all the offers in August? And we're going to even preview September. Do you want to get this? This offer has a pretty sweet variant in Shang-Chi Phoenix Force. All of these Phoenix Force variants are really, really good looking. I mean, just look at what this thing looks like when it gets inked, the animation. Every single one of these Phoenix Fire variants are absolutely off the charts amazing. These are the type of things that they're trying to do to monetize the game from cosmetics. So for that reason, I do put some good value in stuff like this. I'll support the game a little bit, and it isn't a pay to win aspect, but you can't deny this thing is amazing. Shout out to Eggs for putting this up on Twitter. Along with that variant, you get a title, avatar, along with 465 boosters to help build up that card. And then the two items that are probably the most valuable in the 1,000 collector tokens and the 3,500 credits for the cost of 3,500 gold. So the question becomes, is this worth your hard-earned gold? So let's jump to the spreadsheet. For anybody who's not aware, I keep a spreadsheet for all the offers. The economy's maybe still in flux, we'll see, but we're trying to figure out exactly where it's going to land with tokens on the reserves, and now we know that they're coming from the spotlight. So that's the type of thing where this is kind of in flux a little bit, but we can still put some value on this stuff. We already went through what was in there. We're not going to do that again. I always like to have two base pricings. One's based off of the Token Tuesdays, which is your cheaper spenders. One's based off the $100 gold offer in game for anybody who's going to buy that on a reoccurring basis to be able to refresh those credit missions, etc. in game. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, it's the 120 gold refresh here. This will get you more credits and or season XP, or you go to your shop, you go to your credit section, and you refresh these as much as possible. And again, that's from buying this $100 gold offer as much as possible. Both values are around the 73 to 74 US dollar mark. The base value of this offer is at $43. So as far as a comparison goes, it's pretty good. The discount 39 to 40%, 41%. Generally speaking, that's pretty good as far as discounts go. But again, this is based on the base pricing. So just because someone jacks up the price on something at the base value and then says it's for sale, doesn't necessarily mean that it's something that you're going to want to get. So the things we really like to look at when deciding these is the tokens per gold and the credits per gold. So the tokens per gold at 0.54, it's actually not that great. Our current token Tuesdays, they're at like 0.7. The old ones were at 0.8 or 0.9. Those are even better. So if these new ones are 0.7 and this one's only at like a 0.5, and that has to factor in with the 3,500 credits, which doesn't get you as many tokens as it used to, it's not that good as far as tokens go. Credits per gold, 1.0, that's not bad. You typically want to get higher than that. The base in game is like at 1.28, so that's not that good either. When you're really looking at this, regardless of what's coming up, which we'll get to in a second, it's going to be because you want this variant. And it is awesome, but the metrics as far as tokens and credits, not great. So you really kind of got to like the cosmetics behind this, in my opinion. Now, do you want to spend the gold now because nothing better is coming? Let's take a peek. So this is our last real offer in July. So we're only going to look at gold offers in August. We've got the Ryan Gonzalez showcase. We're going to get some Scarlet Witch and Rescue. There's some credits in there, 3,500, but no tokens. So a pretty bad rate there. The Stegosaurus Rex offer, I say this every single time. I swear something's missing from this offer. As far as I can tell, do not use your gold for that. My Hero Arachnia, this one has some pretty cool variants in it with Spider-Man and Black Widow. A decent amount of credits, but again, not really any tokens. So maybe you want that one instead. We got One Punch Woman, which I remember liking this one a little bit more. Yeah, you get a little bit more credits in it. And if I remember correctly, that is a chibi Captain Marvel and maybe an Anime Storm. But either way, it's not that great for tokens. You get some credits, but again, cosmetics. And then Too Cute, Too Furious, which is not as much credits, and it's a Jane Foster and Iron Man boosters, so you're going to get a couple variants there. Now remember, I think they're chibi variants. Those are solid, but again, tokens and credits, not that great. So let's look at September. So we're going to look at anything in September as far as gold goes. So the first one we already talked about. Too Cute, Too Furious. Again, those variants are pretty cool. There's only one day in September you can get that. Booster packs, we're not going to buy these. I'm never going to endorse buying those. All these are cash offers, Token Tuesdays. So for 1,400 gold, which is less than what you're going to pay for the 3,500 gold, 2,100 gold less, you get the same amount of tokens. You just don't get the credits, you don't get the variant. So if you're purely focused on tokens, you might want to focus in on these Token Tuesdays. Here's another gold offer, Beach Bums, only credits in this one. So this is very cosmetic heavy. Cannonball Run, same thing, different variants. Cool variants, I love them, but you're not getting those tokens. Again, no booster packs. Cash offer here. If you're looking to spend money to get tokens, here you go. You can go ahead and do that. Token Tuesday, cash money, no on the booster packs, cash money, Token Tuesday. Okay, here's another one, but it's almost identical to the Token Tuesdays. Cash money, gold, cash money. All right, so here's the biggest gold offer in September, almost to October. It's 7,500 gold. They typically have one of these a month. There's no tokens in this. There is a boatload of credits. There's Master Mold and Darkhawk. So the only reason you might want to save for this is if you don't have those two cards. Now look, the variants on here are amazing. I don't have Darkhawk. I'm also a spender, content creator in game. I might buy this offer just for the Darkhawk variant and to get all of those credits. So that way I don't have to spend tokens in game. Now, does that make sense? Probably not financially. It might be better just to spend 3,000 tokens. So you've got to weigh, do you want to spend all your gold on something like this or on these Token Tuesdays while you're waiting for a good offer to come along? And again, that's pretty much it. That's it. That's all of the offers you get. So it's really going to come down to, do you really want this variant or do you want to save for Token Tuesdays later or something big like that Darkhawk offer that's coming late September? It takes a long time to earn gold in this game. So that's the sort of thing you got to think about. Personally, I think I'm still going to buy this. I don't even play a bunch of Shang-Chi, but I think it's a really cool variant. I like to have credits. I like to have tokens. I've already got a bunch. I'm getting close to complete with my collection.
Cool story, Hansel.
I started about 5 or 6 months ago playing the game. So I feel pretty good about taking the approach I've taken. And I think even though things are changing, a similar approach will still get you to close to collection complete without insane spending. And it helps have fun in the game. So when I go to look at, see what I don't have left, I'm only missing 6 cards. These are 4. These are the pool 5 cards that I'm currently missing. So I'm feeling pretty decent about where I'm at right now. I mean, when I look at this, I wouldn't mind Living Tribunal, but honestly, I'm countering him with my Super Scroll. So I'm not super stressed about any of these Pool 5 cards. Pool 4, I wouldn't mind having these cards. They're not bad. Darkhawk is the one that I probably want the most. It's the one that's been the most elusive for me. I've had the opportunity to spend tokens on it. Honestly, I just haven't yet. I might end up pulling the trigger on it next time it is in the shop. It's just one of those things where I'm like, well, is it going to drop soon? I don't know. I did just pull the trigger on Jeff and pay 6,000 tokens to get him because he's just in every single deck out there. And it's just kind of like, well, yeah, there's a replacement for him, but Jeff's always the best option. So you can play in a place if you have a misplay or do something that you need to do later. So given the approach I've taken here to get to this status, I feel pretty good about how I kind of approach these offers. So when you see something like this and you really look ahead, like I'm trying to help with a little bit, that's the sort of thing you got to keep in mind is what sort of collection completion do I want to have? Do I think this is really going to help me? Is there something better that's going to come along? There might be, there might not be. You also, I always want to say this, you've got to stick within whatever monthly budget you've got. You might have $10 a month to spend. You might have $500 a month to spend. And there's everywhere in between. And I would highly recommend if you're playing this game, just buy the season pass for $10 a month. It's the game's fun. It helps you get a lot more new cards. It helps you get a little bit more progression. And for $10 US a month, I think it's a more than reasonable amount to pay for something that you consider a hobby. The $7,500 offers, I get that might be something different. Only your whale dolphin types. You got to make sure that you can afford those. When you're looking at this, so I'm going to look at this and go, do I want to get the cosmetics here? And when I actually originally ranked this, I said maybe buy progression / cosmetics, which makes sense because it's like, it really comes down to the cosmetics of this. So that's what I think about this offer. I know a lot of people are asking about it. I wanted to get some Legion videos out there first so that some people had some ideas about what decks they might want to play. I know there's tons of them out there. We're going to do some more Legion decks here as well. Again, I want to give a giant shout out to Eggs. Go follow her on Twitch, on Twitter. On Twitter, it's It's Eggs. She's a really good, nice, fantastic person for the community. Anytime I've stopped by her stream, she seems to be very friendly. I know a lot of people interact with her. I think she's in that wrestling group too. So again, she's the one who had this, posted it. I want to give her full-blown credit. I will link to her Twitter in the description below. Again, giant shout out. It's about community, right? Let me know in the comments below what your thoughts are on this offer, what your plans are. If you want to come over to the Discord, that link is in the description below. Go ahead and check that out. Come chat with us. If you want to help further support the channel, the biggest thing you can do is hammer down on that like button. It helps get that YouTube algorithm running as well. If you want to help support the channel any further, go ahead and join on the YouTube. That helps financially support the channel as well. You want to share with your aunts, uncles, nieces, nephews, grandma, grandpa, all those sort of things? Feel free to do that as well. Until next time, I hope you have a wonderful day.